Yesterday.
All right.
We're live.
I'm excited.
We need a cameraman. We've gotten big budget now. We
You
need
know
a
what?
cameraman.
I can probably fork up and get some equipment.
You know what we need to do Friday?
Yeah.
Josh is here. You need to have Josh.
We could. I mean, I have friends that could do a professional setup that have offered to do it for me. There's a guy who's a gaming streamer that lives in San Antonio. That's actually makes his living off of that, and he's offered to come in and help me to get a setup together. I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to mess with all of it, but I think at this point we're getting pretty close to when we need to do that.
I bothered Josh last night.
Oh,
He had a Zillow showcase to do.
We also have Natalie trained. By the way, guys, we're here live. We're live, so you're hearing our conversation, but we're not live. We're recording, so we're good. But Josh, y'all might know, had a little one a week ago.
Congratulations!
Healthy little girl, healthy mama. They had a couple hurdles on the path, so they had to do an early C-section, and everything went well for mama and baby. And little Alice is here, and I think they're supposed to be going home or trying to get home this week. So that's pretty exciting. So Josh has been predisposed to.
Thank you, Josh.
Indisposed. Excuse me, not predisposed. Indisposed, and busy at the hospital, sitting there. And being
Yeah, I felt bad. I thought he was at home.
So we also have a very special guest today.
No, you. Not your dad. You.
Tell everyone your name. Introduce yourself.
Seth.
What's your life story, Seth?
What's your life story? What do you like?
What are the words? If you had to use 5 words to describe your father, what words would you use? Fun.
Louder.
Anything you want. Silly, maybe.
Yeah.
Very silly. Good dads are silly. My kids call me silly. My kids think there's something wrong with me.
That's it. 2 words.
Wow. Now, I would also say that wise, full of wisdom, knowledgeable, patient.
Working on it.
He's like, you owe me an ice cream.
Working on it.
Oh, this makes my day. We also have another special guest, and we have quite a bit of history together. Jason, would you like to introduce our special guest?
Yes. I would like to introduce him. He's my best friend. He's helped me when I was 20. I'm 41. So when I was 26.
Let's not start throwing out.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not do that.
When I was 25, and Brad and I were clubbing in the club at UTSA.
Well, okay, yeah.
Remember those days?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was with me, and we were on the wrong path, Brad and I. No, I'm kidding.
What?
So when I was on
The boring path, yeah.
When I was going to UTSA, I had been let go of a university in San Marcos. Party too much, all kinds of stuff. So then comes this man who, in summer school, helped change my life. I was not in a professional setting, nor did I ever think about it. So somehow God will put somebody in your life to change your course and get you in the right direction. He was the one. He got me into Toastmasters. My first meeting in front of 100 people or whatever. My eyebrows were going like that. I was sweating like I am now. I was clearing my clearing my throat.
Butterflies in your stomach.
Butterflies. He helped me get there. Fast forward 2 years. Became vice president of student council. He helped me get there, and then he's helped. A lot of my success today is due to him just instilling that in me. Like, who's going to take the time to help teach you to public speak? I used to go to his house and practice and all kinds of stuff, and it's helped me. So he's my best friend, but he's also an extraordinary professional, and he'll tell you a little bit about what he does.
Well, thank you, Jason. He's embellishing just a little bit, but I always tell everybody Jason's the best man that I know. He's got a heart of gold. He'll take his shirt off his back for you if you ever need it. So, we've helped each other along the way. It wasn't just me helping Jason. So we've helped each other. We've known each other since college. We're in professional organizations together, and then professionally, we also help each other doing a lot of deals. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here today.
So you did work in finance, and who are you with?
So I'm with Lone Star National Bank.
Uh-huh. And do we have some history together too, doing
Sure,
some commercial stuff or
Actually,
anything?
you know, in my previous life when I was at Wells Fargo, we helped do the Canyon Lake office.
Mm-hmm.
The
Or was it the
Green
office?
office.
No,
Oh,
Green
green
office.
green
That's
office.
right.
Yeah,
the
green.
Green office. That's right. So we did the.
So
Green
say your
office
name on the
together.
camera for everyone. What is your name?
My name is Marc Villarreal,
Thank you.
or Yahya for the Spanish speakers.
What
There.
about?
I remember you from Wells Fargo.
Yeah.
Now you
Yeah,
said that.
yeah.
So I worked at Wells, and you know, commercial banker by trade, but I'm kind of a Swiss Army knife banker. I can do everything. Actually, helping one of your realtors right now, Jaime Aguilar, with a deal with one of his doctor clients. I'm
Yep.
doing that, so I can speak about that in a little while. But
And then you helped us get Green Office, the
Yeah.
financing together. I mean, guys, that was quite an undertaking. You know, so that we picked up the last commercial lot on the river in Green, bought and built, and you're instrumental in that. So I'm always very grateful on that.
yeah.
So okay, today you have a special. You want to talk about a special program, Mark?
Sure.
Tell us about this program. You have experience. You've been around the business for a while.
Right. So the special program that I have that I'm speaking about today is we have 100% financing for doctors.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not just an MD. It could be an optometrist, dentist. If they have a doctor of chiropractor, a PharmD, pharmacist doctor. So pretty much any doctor, all encompassing, up to $3.5 million. We can do 100% financing. It's an in-house product, meaning it doesn't have to be a qualified mortgage. We don't sell it on the secondary market. We
Oh, you'll hold it.
We hold it. We keep it on the books. A couple caveats with it. It's a 25-year term, not a 30-year, but it's fixed for 25. But there's no PMI, so you don't pay any PMI on it. It's 100% financing. And because it's our product, it doesn't have to fit the normal criteria. Typically, we have kind of a ceiling, 50% DTI. Credit score has to be like 700 or above. But if it's lower, you know, and there's a story there, we can do it. If the DTI is higher, I'll give you an example. One of the deals that we're doing for Jaime right now. So the DTI, the doctor's carrying both houses. Right, he hasn't sold his existing house. He's carrying his existing house and buying the new one, so the DTI is a little higher. But because we know that eventually that it is going to be sold, he's not going to be carrying it indefinitely. You know, we can make that exception.
So there's some
And-
flexibility
so there's
because
a
it's
lot
an
of
in-house
flexibility
loan
because
that y'all are holding.
It's an in-house.
That
right.
is pretty. So for those that are newer, that is pretty rare to find any product, any loan that's going to be held by the initial. That is pretty unusual. So you guys, okay, how are y'all? Is this also something that's geared towards like newer doctors and such? How are y'all handling medical debt and stuff like that?
Yeah, we
Student
can.
debt.
I mean,
Excuse me,
it's
student debt, not
yeah,
medical debt.
Yeah, student debt, medical debt. You know, even if they have a contract, so it doesn't have to be historical, right? And we're not looking at typically, you know, past 2-3 years tax returns. They have a contract to work. Even if they haven't started yet, we can use that for their income. So that
just
that
doctors, no nurses, or
they have to be a doctor, not nurses. They have to be a doctor, but it's almost, you know, any type of doctor, not a PhD. But
physician assistants.
yes, we could do those.
To have
Yeah.
them.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
for
yeah.
PAs,
Yes.
Do you mind?
go ahead.
Just gonna ask a question before I leave.
You're staying.
Oh, I'm staying.
Yeah.
Okay. Just to say, because what piqued your interest was no PMI, right? Because I saw your
very
eyebrows raise up.
unusual. Yeah.
So
this
you're
is
going.
not normal.
Let's say she's got a doctor that wants to buy a $2 million house. You're saying no PMI. What would be the down payment if you had to go a conventional route without the program on something like that for $2 million?
Well, I mean, it would be 20%, right? It would follow the qualified mortgage parameters. So in order to not have the PMI, you got to have 20% down. So that would be kind of standard. They don't have to do 100% if they want to put, you know, a percentage down. It's still no PMI.
No
Right.
PMI at any down payment level.
No, and
wow.
we're doing 100%. Now we'll have an origination fee. It's a 1% origination fee.
Nothing. What is that? How are interest rates running on that typically compared to market?
So we have a 7%. It's just across the board, no matter what.
Oh.
No matter what the credit score is, it's just a 7%.
Okay.
So and it adjusts when the rate's lower. You know, we kind of lower our rated line.
So you kind of hold that. Y'all are in-house picking an interest rate that you're holding up front on it. But the advantage is like you hear 7%, but there's no mortgage PMI on it, which kind of offsets that a little bit.
Correct.
Does that number go lower with an increased down payment or anything like that?
No, it doesn't, because it's a specialized program.
Okay.
Now,
Brad, if
there's
you had
no
money to put down, then you wouldn't go that program.
there's no
That's true,
there's
but
no
yeah.
payment penalty, right?
Okay.
So if let's say they originate the loan with me, and then a couple years later, when rates are a lot lower, you know, they can always come back to me and say, hey, Mark, you know, rates are lower. Can we do a loan modification and get this to kind of where market's at? I'm happy to do that. Obviously, if the rates have fallen.
That's interesting.
Or they want to refinance it. They want to go to another mortgage shop. They refinance it somewhere else. You know, there's no harm, no foul. There's no prepayment penalty for that.
This sounds absolutely like something for newer doctors, new PAs.
That's
and such.
exactly what
Yeah.
I'm thinking. I'm thinking my PA, you know, he's probably been out of medical school and practicing for me about 3 or 4 years. Probably looking for a $400,000 home. Probably has a lot of medical school debt, so zero down would be
Very
important
helpful.
to him.
Yeah.
You know.
Luce, this is
Give me-
Luce's husband is
Do you have a
a
flyer
surgeon.
on that?
Question. So this
I don't, but I can
loan
send
that
it.
you
Send me something, yeah.
financing,
I'll get
can
you
it be
Maybe
for
support
like
that.
a lake house, for like a vacation home?
Yeah,
Or it has to
we
be
can
for-
do second homes.
Okay.
So if it's a second home, remember the kind of criteria on the second home. I think they have to live in at least 14 days out of the year for it to be classified as second home. But we can do second homes the same criteria.
That is
Awesome.
actually pretty incredible.
Yeah.
0% down for a second home. Holy moly. Yeah, that is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I have a question. You say doctor. I mean, any kind of like a medical doctor, or because there's other kinds of doctors too. Like you could be a doctor and
MD? It has to
Yeah.
be MD?
Medical
It doesn't
doctor.
have to be MD. Let me see here. So I have
Oh.
Doctor of Medicine, a DO, Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine, a podiatrist, dental
Dentist?
surgery, dentist, doctor of pharmacy, optometry, veterinarians. We can do veterinarians.
they're not
We can do
doctors.
doctors of physical therapy.
Brian
And
Dyer knows a ton of
chiropractors,
vets.
if they're a doctor of chiropractic.
But not a doctor of philosophy.
Right.
Yeah,
Not an academic doctor, right? That's a
You're
professor at
betting
UTSA.
that they're going to be making big money in a few years.
But
That's why you're doing this.
if someone's coming out of medical school and they just signed on, let's say they're going to sign on with a doctor here,
with Baptist
with
system or
Baptist,
something like that.
there you
yeah.
go, you got them.
They have an employment agreement. We can use that for their income, even if they haven't started working yet.
Nice.
And most zero down doctor loan programs will cap like at 850 or 750. So that's good that you can go all the way up.
And we could do them up to $3.5 million. That's our limit. Now, if something makes sense, let's say it's a doctor, he's making a couple million a year, he wants to buy a $5 million home in the Dominion or something. Yeah, I mean, we'll look
Or
at
second
it.
homes.
We-
That's
the
the second home is huge.
We can still do that. I mean, those are our parameters. You know, obviously, there's got to be the story there. You know, like and if the number's foot, we can do it because it's our deal. You know,
That's
it's our
cool.
deal.
That in-house stuff is cool. I like that. And this is, finding these kinds of niche products because you really don't have across the board like doctor loans and stuff like that. There's not like a standard, and that's one of the things. Like there used to be some stuff like that you saw across the board, but I don't think anything exists like that anymore. So anytime you find something, you have to hunt for this kind of stuff, and that's cool. That is really cool.
Yeah, it's cool because it's no money down, right?
Yeah.
The doctors like that. They like that because it helps them with the cash flow or their liquidity position. If their liquidity position's a little low, it's like, hey, I can just, as long as I can pay for the closing costs and the origination fee, which is not a lot.
No, yeah.
If you're so. Yeah, it's a good product. It's a good product.
And with your experience, because he's been doing it for a long time, you're able to say, you know what, I can get it done.
Yeah, I mean it's if I say I can get it done, we'll get it done. It's I still got to go to loan committee, get it approved. But my bank specifically, because of our background, the guy that owns our bank, he's out of the valley. He's a billionaire out of the valley. He also owns a hospital, DHR. in McAllen, and so we bank a ton of doctors. We created this program for that, for a lot of the doctors at that hospital, because there are a lot of new doctors. So, we got a good comfort level with it.
And Jason said that you're offering, loans, no origination for any of the people in this room right now, 4% interest.
I don't
Right now,
remember
right?
Jason, sign me up for that one
This
too.
is why Jason leaves early. So I'm actually exiting in 2 minutes.
What? Cool.
Okay.
Mark, this is something, we'll get this posted up. I'll put a tag on it, on the agent zone on this. Is there anything else you'd like us to share with the group here, Mark? Commercial loans. How's commercial lending coming along these days?
So that's what I do. I'm a commercial lender by trade. I don't do a ton of mortgages, although I can. But what I do is a lot of investment properties, and I help a lot of realtors. Like if they're more on the residential side, but they got a client wants to buy a building, they're not quite sure how to navigate the commercial space. Just give me a call. I'll help you put the deal together, tell you what you need, how to get it qualified. Because ultimately, how my role is with you guys is like, I want to help you get the deal done. And so I'm going to give you the game plan. I say, hey, here's what I need. If we hit this, and this bank, we can get to a yes. Mm-hmm. And this is how long it's going to take. And really, in my opinion, the commercial side is probably a little easier than the residential, because there's just more flexibility on things there's more levers that I have. Residential, it's very time driven, and you got to check the boxes all the way through. So
The commercial loans, having someone that's experienced on that lending side, I feel like is very important for getting the job done. And I can personally attest to Mark's wisdom and his skills because of what happened, especially with the Green Office, which was a bit of a funny deal with all the stuff coming together on it. A lot of moving parts, a lot of things happening. And I can't imagine what that thing's worth today now. That project is quite lucrative. And
Sure.
thank you for helping on that.
No, y'all guys were great, and I was happy to do it.
And you had to put up with my brother.
Your brother was great too. Yeah.
Very great, actually.
Your dad was probably more the.
He's fun.
Yeah.
You're in a safe space.
Yeah.
Very safe space for
The bird
complaining
dog.
about the old man. Yeah.
They don't watch.
But
No, that's no way to use.
no, but like if you ever have I think that's always the case. If you ever have a deal, it's a commercial deal, you're not quite sure how to get it done, call me. The commercial, I'll just kind of give you like a little high level of what a commercial deal will look like. We do require a down payment on the commercial. We can go up to as little as 15%, so that's an 85% loan to value.
Oh, wow.
The terms are a little different. It's a 5-year balloon is what it typically is called. So it's a term of 5 years, but it's on a 20-year amortization. We can go up to 25-year amortizations if we need to. And that's pretty much it. How we look at it, DTI doesn't matter so much on the commercial space as it does on the consumer. We look at global cash flow. So like, let's say they have a job or other businesses. We kind of get all the income together. We put it in the pot and we say, do they have enough to cash flow this deal? And we can look at maybe the building's leased already. We can use that income as well. Or they have an LOI or a lease agreement or something like that.
You're not just looking at the individual, you're looking at the big picture.
Correct.
Which a lot of people need to
Correct.
understand. Like it's a little different than
And sometimes we got to
typical
get
mortgage.
creative. Perfect example, a deal I'm working on right now. This gentleman, he's buying an investment property. Didn't cash flow, and he doesn't have enough cash for the down payment. Okay. So I'm like, oh goodness, right? So what we've done is we've structured it to where we negotiated a small. I advised him to negotiate a small seller note, where the seller will take a note back in place of the additional money that he needs. So that's on the side. Of course, they subordinate it to the bank, meaning it's kind of a second note behind the bank. But he doesn't have to bring that extra cash to the table. So now the bank's still secured with our loan to value. And then what we had to do on the building that he's buying, we went ahead and we proactively got LOIs, letters of intent, not lease agreements, but letters of intent, and I was able to use that future cash flow to cash flow the deal. So these were all things that, maybe a less talented banker, so to speak, would not tell them what to do, but because I have a lot of experience in deal structuring and getting deals done, I said, hey, look, let's do a seller note. Let's get these LOIs in place. I can get all that cash flow, and then we can get to the finish line that way.
It's pretty crazy, the history, man. You've become an old man in loans. You've become the guy people go to for. It's a weird circle life is, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean that's what I think that's what we all aspire to do is be very proficient in our professions. Help our clients get deals done, and that's what I'm in. And it's for you. Whether we do a deal ever together or not. If you ever have a question, call me.
Also, where's your office at in case they have a client that has a doctor or one of those clients?
So I office off of Northwest Military in 1604, not too far from here. It's 5 minutes. We have 5 branches all around San Antonio, one on the south side, one in kind of Chavano Park area, Stone Oak, my office, and then the medical center. But I'm pretty flexible. My clients don't really come to me unless they want to see me. I usually go to them. So I don't, they're business owners, busy people. So I go to them and then we hash it out, or we just jump on a call. However you want to do it.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna stop recording on this, and then we're gonna cut into doing listings and doing valuations. Mark, sometime very soon I would like to go get a lunch, man. Just catch up.
Let's do it.
Fun. It's pretty cool. Like I like watching when people grow and become really good at what they do. It's neat to see that happen.
Sure.
Just life's progress and such.
Absolutely.
And everything. And I bet you have some pretty crazy stories. I have a feeling.
And are we still recording?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna say something. We'll just do it later. Anyway, he's helping out one of our colleagues too. So
Okay.
that's good with a nice deal. So good for them.
I love you, Jason.
Yeah, he just said it.
Yeah, I know. I just repeated it.
All right.
If you repeat it,
God bless you guys. We're going to cut into
God
doing
bless.
listings and CMA, so I'm going to split this into 2 parts. And so...
Brad, you're the man.